All right, this is Bruce for Ola Prime taking a look at Bitcoin, S&P 500, and the euro dollar after the close on Friday. So starting with Bitcoin, we've got a pennant type pattern that is developed over the last week or so with resistance around the purple 20 moving average and support around the blue 200 moving average. The low of the retracement so far was a 50% retracement, and the subsequent rally tested resistance around the 20 moving average. So this is typical of a developing bear trend, but because the 200 moving average is potentially significant trend support, it's not clear we're going to have a further downside at this point. So our two key levels are going to be this interim swing high here at 92.80, because a breakout above that will break out of this consolidation pattern, and a clear move further up above the 20 moving average. And then on the downside, today's low is not as perfect because it's not at the line. So let's use this low here on Tuesday, along with the moving average and the trend line. So the moving average is at 83.028, 029, and then this low here is at 81.48. Now, where might be what we be going to if it does drop further? Well, we have this trend line right here where we may see support. The price will depend on when Bitcoin gets there, if it does get there. And then we have this previous resistance becomes potential support at 73,805, along with the 61.8% Fibonacci retracement at 72.14. So I would say, in general, if this bear trend continues, then we're looking at potential support down here at this zone at 73.05 to 73.140. And that's, of course, unless the breakout is to the upside. And in that case, we're looking at potential resistance around 96.801, which is a 50 moving average. All right, moving on to the S&P 500. The S&P 500 may have found at least temporary support leading to a bounce. You could see it completed a 7.1% correction today. That beats this 5.3% here, but it's less than this 9.7% and a little bit more than this 5.9%. So, but significantly, this 200 moving average, the blue line, is the first approach of that line since way back here in October 2023. So that's quite a long time. So the expectation would be to see some support around the 200 moving average and then a bounce from there. So initial target on the upside is this 38.2% retracement around 5,850, followed by the 50% at 5,907. Okay, and then there's a significant moving averages up here around 5,976. So if the rally keeps going, maybe that's a top side for this bounce if it does come. We have a bullish candlestick pattern today, whether that breaks out on Monday or not, or there's a pullback into this range first, we'll have to see. All right, that is it for the S&P. And then moving on to the euro dollar. Now, we looked at the euro dollar, I think, yesterday and maybe the day before. And you could see it's gotten quite extended. It did not break below this bearish shooting star candlestick pattern, but you see today we do have a rally to new highs, but the close was relatively weak, a little bit below the 50% level. And for this downswing, the 88.6% retracement has been completed. So if we go into a 2-hour here, we could say, let's go into a 4-hour, we could say that, well, there's no setup on the 4-hour other than if we get a break below this low right here at 1.0766, because that is a higher swing low. So this uptrend is still in place unless we break below that low. So let's go back to the 2-hour again and take a quick look at that. So we could use the 2-hour, it's a 20 moving average on the 2-hour, which would be basically a break below this low right here at 1.0808. That would provide a potentially earlier signal for a continuation of a possible bearish reversal on the euro dollar. And then I want to go back to the Bitcoin real quick again and look at the 4-hour on that, because you could see the pennant pattern much better on the lower time frame as it shows up there. All right, that is it for today. Traders, have a great weekend.